Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, y'all know that I do not have a problem admitting I was wrong about something or coming back and correcting myself when I have passed on incorrect information. And so that is the case today. Yesterday, I posted a video of ratchet white women versus ratchet black women, and I showcased this woman.
Be quiet. Sit down. You will lose your seat. They won't vote for you. Fight. Don't fight. What the do I have to do in this council in order to get respect as a black woman? I'm not afraid of anybody here. When I make a mistake, I will be clear. I don't hate you as a white woman. I don't hate you as a white man. I am sick and tired of this body so stupidly racially divided, so afraid, so depraved. People with no faith because they are afraid of their losing their advancement. They're afraid of bargaining. They're afraid of leveraging. These people have, oh my God, I can't even call you cowards because desperation deserves mercy. Here's a redistricting. Fine, we give it to a white woman. Can we all get along? Can we get together? Can we love each other now? Can we make sure that black and brown babies don't die? Can we make sure that cops don't kill before people are proven innocent? Can we do that? No, 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 because this body crucifies you first because of allegations. This is not a court. You don't get to crucify people before they're proven guilty. They're innocent until proven guilty. Now, after this, I will look forward to working with you because I have stamina. I believe, as Baldwin said, what you do, not what you say. Your votes here sometimes are racist. You move sometimes in a way that hurts my people. And then when I get up to stand up and talk, all she talks about is black stuff.
As you should.
I am here to represent every single black woman and man that suffers in the community. God has my back. I am not afraid to not have political or any type of affiliations or connections. I came here, I fear none, no man but my Lord. I came here to serve people. I came here to love. I came here to grow. But people talk about this racial equity thing. It's all fake. And you do politics and you hurt each other. And yet, here I am, a 5-foot-tall African woman from the projects. And I am here to tell you, if the voters don't vote me back,
We are
At the time, I called her righteously ratchet because she was passionate, she spoke with conviction, and she felt very strongly about what she was saying and was trying to make it seem like she was speaking for the people. She was for the black people, for the black women of Boston. This is a Boston City Councilwoman, an African immigrant from the Cape Verdes Islands. So, yes, I was bowled over by her passion and her speaking truth to power. Well, now I'm asking the question, did this African immigrant take advantage of America's generosity? Because after I posted that video, people came into the comment section and said, you need to go back and do some research. You don't need to be showcasing this woman for anything for good, is what they were really saying. So I did have to go back and do a little research, and this is what I found. Boston City Council member is arrested on fraud and theft charges. Boston City Councilor was arrested Friday on federal fraud charges accused of funneling part of an inflated bonus payment to a staffer to whom she was related into her own pockets during an exchange at a City Hall bathroom, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. Oh my goodness. Tanya Fernandez Anderson, 45, who was facing financial problems, was arrested outside her home on 5 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of theft from a program receiving federal funds, acting U.S. Attorney Joshua Levy said. Anderson, wearing a red winter jacket, and I'm not sure what color her jacket was is important to this story, but anyway, pleaded not guilty to the charges and was released. A grand jury indicted her this week. Anderson was facing financial difficulties in 2023, partly because the Massachusetts State Ethics Commission told her it would seek a $5,000 fine from her for hiring immediate family members to work in her office, Levy said. Council members are not permitted to hire immediate family members as paid staff. Okay, so her crime was trying to help family members. Now, we've heard of nepotism before. When Donald Trump was elected president in 2016, he brought in his son-in-law, his daughter, and other family members. Jimmy Carter brought in his family when he was elected president. But now that black people are getting in office, they change the rules. That's what they say. When we learn how to play the game, they change the rules. My husband worked for the federal government for many years, and when he first went there, an older black manager told him and some other young black employees, the system says to black people, you can come, but you can't bring anybody with you. You can't help your family members or any black people. You have to be there as a sellout, a puppet, to do what they tell you to do. Now, this woman being an African immigrant, many times they think that they can get away with stuff that we can't get away with because black Americans understand that. But I guess she thought that the rules didn't apply to her because she was an immigrant. Well, you F around and find out. Now she's arrested, she's embarrassed, and she's going to lose that job. And I'm pretty sure it was paying pretty well. But now she's embarrassed, she's arrested, and she's going to have to pay that $5,000 and whatever other money they say she stole. So it's just a really terrible situation for her. Now, is the city of Boston wrong? Or is she taking advantage of America's generosity? She's been able to come here as an immigrant. She lived in the projects, she said, which means she had a roof over her head. Most likely the family was receiving food stamps and a check where they could have clothing. So that was a very good setup for somebody who came as an immigrant, maybe even illegal. But even if she was a legal immigrant, if she was in the projects, that means that they didn't come here as professionals. So America was generous to her based on what she's saying. So it seems like America was very generous to her and her family, allowing her to come here, providing shelter, food, and clothing, and a job. And now she has risen to the level of being on the city council of a major city. So in my mind, that's American generosity. And get this. Despite the fact that she was under investigation by the State Ethics Commission, Ms. Fernandez Anderson hired another family member on her staff at Boston City Hall to handle constituent services, Levy said. The staff member was related to her, but Ms. Fernandez Anderson falsely represented to City Hall that there was no familial relationship. She went on to tell the staffer, a woman, that she would give her a $13,000 bonus, more than twice as much as she was paying to the rest of the staff combined in bonuses, Levy said. So let's be clear. What she did was fraudulent, so. But we're really not talking about a whole lot of money right here. That supersized bonus came with a hitch, Levy said, with a staffer being told they had to fork over $7,000 in cash back to her. The staffer, referred to as staff member A in the indictment, agreed, Levy said. After taxes, the staffer received about $10,000 in her bank account. She withdrew the money in several transactions in May and June of 2023 before exchanging texts to meet at the City Hall bathroom that June 9th, Levy said. The staffer gave her $7,000, he said. Well, somebody was watching her very closely. Each of the 5 wire fraud charges carries a penalty of up to 20 years in prison and a fine of up to $250,000. The theft counts carries a penalty of up to 10 years and a fine of up to $250,000. See, it's not even worth it trying to steal. In a statement to her constituents Wednesday, Anderson said, "You know that I am always transparent with you and always available. My job is to show up and fight for you, and I will continue to do just that." Anderson became the first African immigrant and first Muslim elected to the council in November 2021. She was reelected in 2023, so she was just first elected in 2021, and by 2023, she's already stealing. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu urged Anderson to resign, saying the charges undermine the public trust and will prevent her from effectively serving the city. That was some very good advice. Let's see if she takes it. So this woman is an African immigrant. Many of them buy into the foolishness that they have more privilege in the United States than Black Americans. Now, there are Black Americans on the Boston City Council. Now, if somebody had tried to tell her not to do that, that she would get caught, if a Black American had tried to tell her that, I doubt she would have listened because they think they're so much smarter than Black Americans. So, what I always say is don't try to tell them anything. Don't try to tell them nothing. Let the donkey kick them. Let the white folks teach them. Okay, let me know what you think about the video. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.